It is Wednesday, December 31st, 2025, and you are listening to KoiCast. New Year's Eve and Make Up Your Mind Day, which honestly is a rude combo, because I have not made up my mind about my resolution.
Oh, I have. My resolution is to automate my entire life and never open a spreadsheet again. Hi, I'm Riley.
And I'm Hunter. Also, quick meta note, this episode is fully machine-made, top to bottom, like a little content assembly line that sometimes drops a bolt on the floor and we just ship it anyway.
Yup. If you hear a weird sentence, it's not a bug, it's a vibe.
All right, the big story. Microsoft dropped Fara 7B, experimental model that can operate your computer by looking at the screen, not calling clean APIs, literally seeing buttons, clicking, typing, navigating like a little intern with a mouse.
People on X are losing their minds. It's like, it did clicks. Congrats, your AI has hands now.
Yeah, but the real question for our people, creators and marketers, is where does doing clicks actually beat boring old API automation without turning into a chaos gremlin in your ad account?
Okay, I'll say it. The first real win is the stuff where the API is either trash, locked down, or missing the thing you need, like ad platforms and dashboards.
Exactly. Think about the workflows that live in GUI purgatory. Pulling a performance report that only exists as a custom view, grabbing a screenshot for a client deck, updating a setting that is 3 menus deep and never exposed in the endpoint.
Or the classic, you inherited some ancient tool stack. There's no API, there's no Zapier connector, there's just vibes and a login screen.
Right. So the first real marketing workflow where a computer use agent wins is morning ops sweep. Open the dashboards, check for spend anomalies, confirm campaigns are delivering, capture key graphs, drop them into a doc, and ping the team with a summary.
Wait, hold up. That sounds amazing and also terrifying. Because the minute the layout changes, the agent is like, I guess the delete button is the new export button.
That's the line, right? Helpful automation versus congrats, you just deployed a malware intern.
Please, that phrase needs to be on a hoodie.
It's real though, any agent that can click can also do damage, and Fara running locally is cool for privacy, but it also means it can move fast inside your machine.
So what guardrails actually work? Not hand-wavy be careful like real ones.
My current best practice is layered constraints. First, sandbox the environment. Separate browser profile, separate machine, separate permissions. Treat it like a production robot, not your personal laptop.
Like a little quarantine terrarium for your gremlin.
Exactly. Second, scope the actions. You don't give it the keys to billing, you don't let it touch account access. You start with read-only tasks and escalation.
And you log everything. Screen recording plus an action log because when it goes off the rails, you need receipts.
Third, human approval at the dangerous moments. The agent can prepare a change, but it needs confirmation before publish, before budget edits, before sending anything externally.
So the agent is like, I drafted the email, and the human is like, cool, I'm not letting you freestyle into my customer list.
That's also where the ecosystem is going this week. We're seeing the same agents that do stuff push, with ChatGPT launching in-chat apps, basically an in-chat app marketplace experience, built around OpenAI's Apps SDK and MCP.
Yeah, ChatGPT is trying to become the action hub, not just answers, but booking, shopping, all inside the chat, which is basically the API version of what Fara is doing with the GUI.
Exactly. 2 roads to the same destination. One clicks the interface, one calls the tool directly.
Okay, but if we're talking open and efficient, NVIDIA open sourcing Nemotron 3 Nano 30B-A3B is spicy.
Totally. The headline is efficiency. It's a hybrid setup Mamba 2 state space layers plus transformer attention, and it uses a sparse, mixture of experts design, about 31.6 B total parameters, with roughly 3.6 B active per token.
So you can do like brand-safe copy generation at scale and not feel like you're lighting your budget on fire every time you ask for 10 headline variants.
Yes, and here's the real creator and marketing angle. When inference cost drops and speed goes up, you stop batching and you start interacting. You can run analysis and copy in near real time inside your workflows.
But what's the trade-off marketers feel first? Latency wins, quality regressions, or debugging hell?
Honestly, debugging hell shows up fast in hybrid systems when you try to productionize. Not because it is bad, but because your stack gets more complex. Quantization, routing behavior, context length quirks, prompt templates, evaluation harnesses.
Translation: you saved money on tokens and spent it on emotional damage.
A little, yeah, but the latency wins can be real, especially for agentic workflows where the model is making many small decisions. Speed matters more than one perfect answer.
I'm also thinking about fine-tuning Nemotron for segmentation and lifecycle messaging. Like train it on your best-performing campaigns, your voice, your offers.
That's powerful, and also where you can accidentally create a model that is perfectly optimized for last quarter's reality.
Yes! Like it becomes a nostalgia machine. Have you heard about our spring sale in December?
The fix is to bake in recency and ground truth, rotate training data, keep a holdout set from current performance, and pair the model with deterministic business rules. Like, the model writes, but the system enforces only promote offers that exist in the database.
Speaking of audio, Resemble AI dropped Chatterbox Turbo. Open source, MIT, super low latency, and voice cloning with like a tiny clip.
This is the DeepSeek moment for voice vibe people are talking about. And the low time to first sound is real. Resemble says latencies as low as about 75 milliseconds, and up to 6x faster than real-time on GPUs.
So what's the first marketing use case where that changes the funnel, not just production?
Interactive voice at the top of funnel, like a voice agent on a landing page that answers objections instantly, in a branded voice, with expressive delivery. Not a phone tree, more like a live host.
Or live shopping. Imagine a creator doing a stream and the AI voice co-host is responding in real time, reading product questions, reacting, teasing drops. Which is basically what Neurosama is showing on Twitch, just aimed at commerce.
Exactly. When latency is that low, voice stops being content you render and becomes interface.
But voice cloning with 5 to 10 seconds of audio is a lot, like we're speedrunning into voice spam.
Yeah, and the public claim here is even tighter. Chatterbox Turbo advertises zero-shot voice cloning, from about 5 seconds of reference audio. Watermarking matters too. Resembles per the, which stands for perceptual threshold, can embed an imperceptible but detectable watermark for later verification, but it's not a force field. It's provenance, not prevention.
So for marketers, the non-negotiable is consent and a brand voice registry. You don't clone a real person. You commission a synthetic voice, document it, lock its usage, and monitor where it appears.
And you keep a human in the loop for anything outbound that could be sensitive. Because the risk is not just fraud, it's brand trust.
Okay, now combine the two. Fara doing computer use clicks plus open source voice agents. Are we building the future of customer experience or just a more scalable way to annoy people in real time?
Both are possible, which is the most honest answer. If you use it to help customers self-serve faster, pull accurate order info, and escalate gracefully, it's magic.
And if you use it to chase people around the internet like, hey bestie, noticed you hovered on pricing, you deserve jail.
The difference is intent plus restraint. Automation should remove grind, not remove consent.
Also, can we talk about the cultural side for a second? AI video is still going viral with the unhinged chiropractor clips. Elderly people getting tossed through walls. It's horrible and I cannot stop watching.
It's the perfect reminder that AI makes creation cheap, but taste is still expensive. Everyone can generate, not everyone can direct.
Which is why these agent tools are so interesting. The models can push buttons, write copy, speak fast. But humans still own what should exist.
So if you're making up your mind on Make Up Your Mind Day, here's the practical path forward I'm seeing. Open models locally for privacy and cost, cloud agents for convenience and integrations.
And each camp underestimates a risk. Local people underestimate maintenance. Cloud people underestimate governance. Like, who approved this agent to have access to what, and how do you audit it?
That's the game in 2026. Less hype about AI can do anything, more discipline about AI can do this, safely, repeatedly, with receipts.
All right, that's a wrap. Go enjoy New Year's Eve, set a resolution, or don't. It's Make Up Your Mind Day, but also, do whatever.
Thanks for hanging with us on KoiCast. Subscribe wherever you listen, and check out koi.com/resources for AI news and updates.
And if your resolution is, let the AI click my ad account buttons, please, sandbox it. Catch you next time.